Hello there. So today I want to show you something interesting in this pen named Classmate Smoothie. So as you can see, I have two of them here. These are made by ITC. The company is ITC, and they're very inexpensive. Each costs 50 a piece. Fully made of plastic. This is a very common design that is reminiscent of the Pilot Varsity, and after doing some googling around, I found that every company almost has a pen that is of an exactly same design. So you have the Flare Inky, there is one from Cello, there's one from Montex. All of them have a very similar concept, and we'll see what that concept is. But each one has a different design in terms of the clip size and how the cap is shaped, bottom is shaped, and stuff like that. So this one, as you can see, no nonsense, comes in vibrant colors. These are the two colors that I currently own, and you sort of open them up like this. It's a snap cap, and if you see the section here, this is very much reminiscent of the section that you can see in the Pilot Varsity. You open this up and it has this kind of a cartridge. They call it a jumbo cartridge, I think, and each pen comes with two of them. So this is what you get for 50 rupees, right? But this is not the interesting part. I mean, the reason why I bought the second one, why do I need two big pens, is that the pen is actually very smooth. And what I thought I did was that I thought I spoiled the nib on one of the pens. Turns out that is not true. So let me show you what I did. So once the ink of the cartridge ran out, I tried eyedroppering it, and that didn't really help because there was a lot of burping that was going on. So then I decided, okay, maybe eyedroppering is not the best thing to do for this pen. So I instead thought I'll just fill it up with ink and fill the empty cartridge with ink, and I have filled this up with Brill Violet right now, and then I'll try to write it. And there the going was very slow. Now then, I mean, when the going was very slow, what I found out was that there was, let me see if I can focus it here. Yes. So you can see that there is a purple sort of a thing there. So I thought that purple or the violet sort of a thing is some sort of a paper that has gotten stuck between the nib and the feed. So what I did was I tried to pry the nib open and sort of try to remove it from the feed using a blade, and that didn't turn out so well. The nib actually got bent. So if you can see here, there is a little bit of dent here, and turns out that that is actually there by design. It's not a bug, it's a feature, as they call it in software engineering terms. So you can actually remove this entire thing this way. So this is the section, and this is what the feed looks like, right? And if you can see, I mean, there are these grooves that remind you, at least it reminds me of the old Pilot high-tech V-point pens, and here there is this thing which goes into the feed. Right now, observe carefully. Let me focus it so that it becomes clear as to what is happening here. You can, I hope you can see the purple color thing there. Now I'm going to slowly pull the thing. That purple thing is no longer there. What have I done? I have pulled this section back. Now I'm going to push it again. You can see that purple thing back there. Pull it out. It's no longer there. And I push this thing inside. You can see it back. So what is really happening is that this seems to have a weird kind of mechanism where this is basically the string that is going from inside here behind the feed, feeding directly into the tip of the nib. So I really don't know what was the need for this. I mean, whether the nib was not good enough, or I don't know the technical reason why they are doing it this way, but it's a very interesting concept. So, I mean, this is a much better, clearer thing. So let me pull the feedback. I've pulled that string back, the protruding thing back, and here there is no longer thing. You can just see that gap here, right? And maybe I should have shown it this way. You see that? It's actually going and feeding the tip. So found it fascinating actually, and unfortunately I had to spoil the pen to understand or get to know what is this. But to its credit, after suffering this kind of an abuse from my hand, the pen still writes, which is not bad. So let me put this cartridge back and zoom out, put the barrel back, and I hope I have restored it to an extent where it can still write. And let me see, I can focus. Classmate, Smoothie, and this has Brill Violet and a steel nib with a funny feed. You see, it writes pretty well, so absolutely no problems there. But yeah, this is, I don't know whether this is one of those Indian jugaad things that they did in order to ensure a consistent flow of ink into the tip of the nib, or was it, I mean, is it there in other pens? I probably have to now just buy a Pilot Varsity just to check this out, or probably if any of you have a Pilot Varsity, do let me know if something similar does exist there, because I found this really fascinating. Anyway, so that ends the class today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.